Hello Scorpio, this is Joe and I'm excited to do your August 2020 tarot and spirit guided message. So I think this is going to be an interesting message. This is an intuitive reading, and so with that, it's not going to be for everybody. It just possibly can't be. So if it's not, that's okay. There's always another message on another day that might be better suited for you. So like I said, I read the cards intuitively over and above the base meaning. So I'm relying on intuition and spirit to communicate the message that needs to come through for you. And so in my preparation earlier today, I was doing some focus on Scorpio, and the thing that kept repeating to me was really all about finding your way out of something or through something, or trying to find an out. I don't know. There's just this feeling that some of you might be feeling trapped, or you're looking for an excuse or a reason or an out in something that isn't really what you want. But we're going to pull some cards and we'll get into tarot. Water, feeling, expression, flow. Water is, you know, all about emotion and being in touch with your inner self. So that's the first card coming out to kind of set the tone here. We're going to pull one of these. So looking for an out maybe, or a reason. Orphaned. That card doesn't come out a lot, but it has a couple times lately. Orphaned, this is really feeling alone in your thoughts, or just the essence of just feeling completely alone, and really getting to know what you're feeling very intimately. And just feeling very alone in a situation. Maybe that's what this out is about, or trying to find an out. I don't know. We'll see what happens though, Scorpio. Root chakra, ground and center. So you might be bursting with feelings and overflowing with feelings. And so I think this is saying, if that's you, to really ground yourself, center yourself and ground yourself, you know, to try and direct that energy to ground. Get in touch with the earth, get your feet on the ground, get your bare feet on the ground, get really connected there to try and center yourself, find some balance, and take care of yourself. I think this is maybe something that's very emotionally charged for you, and it might be something you're going through that's very emotionally overwhelming, and that sense of feeling alone. That orphaned is really a somber feeling. So, but I think there is, you know, there is an out, and I think that's why this is coming out or coming through, because there is a resolution. And so I think that's why this is coming through. So we're going to start with the tarot, and we're going to talk about this. You have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is the theme. This is the center of August for you. You have the Four of Cups going into August. So what you have in front of you isn't what you want. What you want is somewhere up there, out there. Leaving August, leaving this situation is the Wheel of Fortune, which is really nice. I really like that. To me, the first thing I heard is blessings, blessings, blessings. So something's coming in to bless you. Ten of Cups. This is what you want. This is ultimately your goal. It's that the ultimate in fulfillment. To me, that's so much more than the Ten of Pentacles, because this is, you could have everything in the world and be miserable, but the Ten of Cups says you don't have to have anything and you can be completely fulfilled. So I like how that comes out. That's ultimately what you want. Page of Pentacles in the root of everything. Your challenge is the Four of Pentacles. I think you got to let some things go. All right. Page of Cups. A lot of pages. Okay. What do we have? Page of Cups here is the overall bigger feeling of everything around this situation. And so the Page of Cups is all about expression. It's all about emotion. It's all about things that you are feeling. And this is all about having to communicate, or maybe being afraid to communicate, but nonetheless needing to communicate something heartfelt and emotional. And I think that's why this root chakra comes out. It's saying get grounded. Get grounded, because you might have a tendency to overflow with emotion and get ahead of you, get ahead of yourself. So I think probably some of this is that orphan feeling, just feeling very alone in the situation. But there's something really good coming your way. And I did say that. I think that's why this was all coming out, because sometimes that emotion, that water, and we do have cups here. We have 3 cups, 3 cards representing cups. It's all about that. And sometimes it can be overwhelming. So I see this as a very interesting spread, and I do want to talk about it. So let's I'll quit babbling a little bit and let's get into the whole thing. But the Page of Cups, this is the failure to communicate, or the need to communicate from the heart, a very deep message, something very goes down deep into the soul. So I think this is what needs to come out, and that's why this card is here. But I said you have the Knight of Pentacles at the center of everything. And I think this is about, it could be about an offer. It could be about an offer of reconciliation, I think, perhaps. That's intuitively kind of what I feel coming in. It just feels like this is about an offer of reconciliation, a hope to reconcile something, and the desire to reconcile something. And so this is, to me, at the center of everything. So you may have been hoping for a reunion, a reconciliation, a come together. Coming back together is how I see this. And so the Knight of Pentacles here, it to me is that feeling of that, and it's going slow. It's slow going. So you might be dealing with this is probably more romantic related, because the Ten of Cups is here, and you have the Four of Cups and the Page of Cups. So I see this as something that is not coming in fast enough for you, or it's the fear that this isn't going to come in. So I feel like Scorpio, some of you, many of you, maybe perhaps, depending on how many this reading really strikes with and fits with and resonates with, but really that Knight of Pentacles is that desire for that offer of reconciliation. This is, to me, almost like, is it going to be reciprocated? And so that's the way I see that, because some of you may have decided, opted to take a break away from a relationship, and taking a break from a relationship gave enough time to look at the good and the bad, and to really look at the grass on the other side to see if it was greener. So this could be you, this could be flipped vice versa, this could be your partner. So apply it how you need to. But to me, the Four of Cups here is, you know, to me it's all about finally getting what you want and looking at it and just being really disappointed with it. It's just not just the way this speaks to me here. And there's that one thing still lingering, and that is, to me, what was walked away from. So it's like dreaming about what you lost, and that's kind of how I'm feeling this come through. So you may be wanting back something that you wanted to initially walk away from, or this could be the other person, what they're feeling and thinking. So that's the going into August, that's kind of the theme of things, and that's hoping for that reconciliation to come through. You do have the Four of Pentacles. Your challenge, to me, your challenge is speaking about your challenge is to there's this feeling of holding back. I don't want to speak too fast, because there's some, I think, some words that I really want to kind of get to come out here. And so but I feel like there's a tendency to hold back and really not communicate, and by holding back, it's just kind of like going with things, because it's stepping away from conflict when it comes to asserting something, asserting a point of view, asserting a feeling, asserting an idea. So there's this feeling that not just holding back on what you truly think and feel and want, because it might be a little bit more, it might be hard for you to be assertive and to stand your ground, stand up for yourself. So that's kind of how I see this, as Four of Pentacles as a challenge for you to open up and not to be so closed off, to allow yourself to really communicate, to you know, assert yourself, to not remain closed off. So that's kind of how I see this. And I think maybe Water is here saying that that expression does need to happen. So to me, that is probably your biggest challenge at this time in August. You do have here the Ten of Cups. This is ultimately what you want. And with this Knight of Pentacles and this Ten of Cups here, to me, this is why I feel that this is coming through as a reconciliation, because the Four of Cups is also, to me, it's just like looking, there's that thing that was kind of walked away from, and what either you or your partner might have went toward turned out not being what they wanted. And I think that on both ends of this, both sides of this, there is a desire for reconciliation and wanting to come back together. And I think ultimately this is what you want, is you want that back. There's a hope, a big hope for that I think maybe in your mind or in their mind, but I think it is mutual. I think there's a feeling of some stubbornness here, you know, kind of going on. You have the Page of Pentacles at the root of it all. This is really saying that somebody needs to step forward, and Scorpio, I think that's you. I think you need to actually step forward and communicate what needs to be communicated. I did say that the Four of Pentacles to me was like this feeling of holding back and not expressing yourself. So if you're holding back and maybe you're a little bit angry or resentful about something, I think this is saying you got to open up and you got to start the line of communications in order to get what you want. Otherwise, that's not going to occur. You do have the Wheel of Fortune here, leaving this whole thing behind. To me, this is leaving this whole thing behind. This is going to end one way or the other. I might pull some cards here to clarify this, because I feel like this is saying that this ends one way or the other. Whether it ends with that reconciliation or not remains to be seen, obviously. But I do feel like this is saying that this is the end of this situation. So I am going to pull from the Light Seers Tarot, because to me this is a great deck for love and relationships. And since I feel like that's where we're going. Alright, we need at least one card for Scorpio. Five of Wands. Alright, to me, I think that's good. I like the Five of Wands coming out in this, because it's an end to the conflict. It's an end to the standoff. And I think that's because this is to clarify, not to read further down the road. So this is clarifying the end of that conflict. This Wheel of Fortune is saying that this is going to end one way or the other. That conflict is over. And we're going to do one more and see what else we can get for you, Scorpio. Four of Pentacles comes out again. Isn't that interesting? So this card's stalking us. I have a feeling that some of you are just going to choose to be you and to do you, and maybe this ending is really the end of all things in this relationship, perhaps. Maybe it's just deciding that you don't want to open back up to this person, and you might want to remain closed off. That's, to me, how I kind of feel that this is kind of playing out. So you may just be going into and ending with the situation, period. Whether or not there's that desire for that coming back together, I just had the feeling that just seeing that Four of Pentacles come out again is saying that it probably isn't going to happen. It's probably just more than likely it's going to be the end. It's going to be the end of the conflict, but it's also going to be the end of probably a relationship or a connection of some sort with somebody. And we are going to do one more just to end it here, Scorpio. I hate to say things end, but when things aren't for our highest good, you know, they need to end. One more. The Hierophant. Okay, so this is like being elevated after the situation. You ultimately know what is best for you in this, and so this isn't for me to say, but this is saying that you have an understanding what is best for you in this, and I think this is you choosing what is best for you. So you might have to make a decision that's a little bit uncomfortable and a little bit tough, but I think this is probably this just deciding that you know what's best for you. Maybe somebody is really tugging on you to reconcile and to come back together, or to bring things together. And if they are, maybe this is you just saying that, no thanks, but no thanks. I need to do what's best for me. So Scorpio, this is kind of the, I don't get like a clear ending out of this, you know, it's interesting, but that's not what tarot is about. This isn't about magic. This is about intuitive guidance and advice and clarity. This is like another set of eyes that's impartial in a situation. So that's the way I see this, is kind of it remains to be seen. But I feel like if you're in limbo with a relationship, maybe this Ten of Cups is you do want that, but you may choose yourself in the end, because you might be afraid of repeating themes, repeating things repeating over and over, and that world is, the wheel is there just to kind of throw things into an ending. I think that wheel is saying that this is coming to an end. Something is going to occur that is coming into play, because something has to complete eventually here. So Scorpio, I'm going to leave you with this and say that, I think it's going to be an interesting month for you for August, but I do think like you really get back to finding yourself, and you really get confident again at communicating, but you might be holding back with this person for whatever reason. So Scorpio, I'm going to say have a great rest of your day. I thank you for joining me. You're taking the time to check in, and I will talk to you again soon. Thank you.